received a call for a domestic with one of the people involved in the domestic had a gun. We received a call around 7:15 this morning for the 100 block of Burnet Ave. When the initial officer responded, he observed 4 people, one of which was involved in a dispute with the other 3. That individual had a gun. He was able to pull the other 3 individuals away from the individual that had the gun and get them out of harm's way. He then ordered the man with the gun to drop the gun. Instead of dropping the gun, the man in fact held the gun to his head and indicated that he wanted the officer to shoot him. The officer was able to back away out of harm's way as well. We called in experts, meaning our SWAT team with negotiators. We established contact with this gentleman. And over the course of approximately 2.5 hours, through minimum use of force, we were able to take him into custody. He's now up in CID at the police station being questioned.
Were any shots fired?
No shots were fired.
It seems like it was a pretty large effort to get to that point where you could really get access.
It was just touch and go. And yes, it was in a parking lot over there, so we had to get the appropriate people here. And again, we bring the appropriate people here because we want to resolve this without loss of life, which we were able to do.
So this all took place out of doors?
I'm sorry?
This all took place out of doors?
It took place outdoors, yes.
And were they men, women?
The subject that was taken into custody was a male. I'm not sure about the other 3. I know there was a female. I'm not sure the makeup of the other 3. I believe it was all family members that were initially arguing.
And what different units were called here today?
Well, patrol obviously responded first, and then we called in what's our ERT team, which is emergency response team, which includes all those other folks that you saw here, the negotiators and the folks that are suited up for whatever takes place.
What was the dispute about?
A canine unit too?
I don't know. I wasn't aware of canine unit, but I'm sure that's part of what came. We had multiple experts here to see if we could resolve this without loss of life.
What was the dispute about?
I don't know. I'm not aware of what the dispute was.
Will you be releasing the names of the people involved later?
Sure. I'm sure we will. Yes.
So it was the man, then there were other people, they were all related?
Yes, they were all related. And keep in mind, there wasn't just adults. There was also a child involved in this thing. The 3 that he was arguing with, one of them was a child. So the officer, again, used a lot of restraint not to use force against this individual, was able to pull everyone out of there, the 3 that were in danger out of there. And we resolved it, again, 2.5 hours later. But the officer used a lot of restraint, even though the individual appeared to want the officer to shoot.
And who called 911?
911 was called by one of those family members. I believe, one of the family members. I'm not sure who it was.